All right, so let's just get straight into it. If you have a WordPress site, literally any kind of site, whether it's a blog, a portfolio, a store, and you've never thought about cookie compliance, yeah, you might be in trouble without even realizing it. And no, I'm not talking about actual cookies you eat. I'm talking about the tracking kind. The little scripts and trackers your website uses to gather info on people, like what pages they click on or what ads they've seen. You might not have put them there yourself, but chances are if you're using things like Google Analytics or embedded YouTube videos, they're already running in the background. Now here's the thing. If your site gets visitors from places like Europe or California, or honestly almost anywhere these days, there are privacy laws that say you have to ask those people before collecting that kind of data. If you're not doing that, you're technically breaking the law. So the question is, how do you actually fix that without spending hours trying to figure it all out or hiring someone to do it for you? That's where Cookiebot CMP comes in. Cookiebot is a tool made by a company called User-Centrics, and it's designed to basically take care of all this cookie compliance stuff for you. It scans your website, finds out what cookies are running, and then handles the consent side of things for you, like whether those cookies should load or not based on what your visitor says. The best part is that it actually has a WordPress plugin, and it's super beginner-friendly. You install the plugin, set up a free trial, and from there it does most of the heavy lifting on its own. I'll explain how that setup works in a bit, but first let me just explain why this even matters. Because it's not just about staying legal. A lot of people don't realize that if you don't get this stuff right, it can actually mess with how your site performs. For example, Google has this thing called Consent Mode v2, and if your site doesn't support it, you might start losing out on valuable ad tracking data, or your ads just won't perform the same. Plus, not being compliant can scare away users. Think about it. If someone visits your site and they see no consent banner at all, they're going to wonder what's going on behind the scenes. Or if you're using cookies without their permission, they might just bounce right off your site, especially if they're privacy conscious. It also puts you at risk of getting flagged or blocked in certain countries, and yeah, in some extreme cases, you could even get fined, especially in the EU. So yeah, this stuff actually matters. Even if you're running a small site, even if you're not collecting emails or selling anything, you're still probably using scripts that rely on cookies. And Cookiebot just gives you a really simple way to handle all of it, without needing to touch code or figure out any legal jargon. Once it's installed, Cookiebot scans your site every month and keeps things up to date. It shows your visitors a little banner where they can accept or reject different types of cookies, and until they give permission, the non-essential stuff stays blocked, just like it should. It's one of those things that once you set it up, you don't really have to think about it again, but it can save you a lot of headaches down the road. Alright, so in the second half of this, I'll go over what the actual setup process looks like, how the free trial works, and what features I think are worth knowing about. Plus, if you're using ads or analytics, I'll explain why Cookiebot can actually help improve that performance too. Alright, so let's say you want to try this out. Here's how it actually works. First thing you do is go to your WordPress dashboard, head to Plugins, and just search for Cookiebot. You'll see it show up as User-Centric's Cookiebot CMP. Hit Install, activate it, and you're already halfway there. Now once it's activated, it'll ask you to connect your site to a Cookiebot account. You can make one for free. And they give you a 14-day trial right off the bat, no credit card or anything. That trial lets you access all the features so you can see exactly how it works before committing. Once you're connected, Cookiebot will automatically scan your site and check what kind of cookies you're using, like analytics, ads, media embeds, stuff like that. Then it sets up a consent banner that shows up to your visitors based on where they're from and what laws apply in that region. And here's the cool part. It doesn't just throw up some generic banner. You can customize it, change the wording, the style, even how it appears. If you want a banner that blends in with your site or pops up at the bottom instead of the middle, you can do that. But the main thing is, it blocks cookies automatically until the visitor gives you permission. So if someone lands on your site from Germany or California or wherever, and they haven't opted in yet, your Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, YouTube embeds, all of that gets paused. Only after they say yes does that stuff activate. That's what makes Cookiebot different. It's not just showing a pop-up for looks, it's actually doing the work behind the scenes to keep you compliant and protect your users. Now, obviously, this is a bigger deal if you're running ads or tracking conversions, because you need Google Consent Mode v2 to be in place. Cookiebot handles that automatically too. So if you're using Google Ads or even just regular Google Analytics, it'll keep everything running in a way that respects the user's privacy and stays compliant. And here's something else that's helpful. If you have visitors from different countries, Cookiebot adapts based on their location. So someone in the US might see one version of the banner, and someone in the EU will see another, depending on what the laws require. It's fully automatic. Now you're probably wondering about the cost. And honestly, it's super fair. The free plan covers most small websites. So if you're just running a blog or portfolio with limited traffic, you probably won't need to pay anything at all. And even if you do grow beyond the free plan, the pricing is based on the number of pages on your site, not just some random tiered structure, which is way more reasonable than most plugins like this. So overall, it's just one of those tools that's easy to overlook, but it really solves a problem most people don't even realize they have. If you want to stay on the safe side, protect your audience, and just not have to worry about all the cookie compliance drama, it's totally worth checking out. I'll leave a link below where you can start your free trial and install the plugin. Just click it, sign up, and connect your WordPress site. It seriously takes 5 minutes. Anyway, I hope this helped you understand why cookie consent actually matters and how easy it is to handle with the right tool. If you've already used Cookiebot or have another tool you've tried, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what's working for you. Thanks again to Cookiebot by Usercentrics for sponsoring this one. And thanks to you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.